like I told them, it's time for them to move over. It's a new king in town.
Definitely.
It's a new king finna sit on the throne.
Hey, yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the Herfador Lounge. I am Ray True Life, your host. We got another great conversation for you. My guest is the owner of the first Black-owned bourbon company in Mississippi. I don't know if you heard that. The first Black-owned bourbon company in Mississippi. And I've done a little research, so I know that he's doing it all himself. So that's big ups on that. That's great. Please welcome my guest, Mr. Steve Bullie, the owner of Divergents Bourbon.
Thank you.
What's going on, man?
Man, just chilling, man, enjoying life.
I hear you. So first things first, man, I want to get into the journey. I want to get into your journey into the world of bourbon. So what was your introduction into the world of bourbon?
Well, I had to say it started when I was back in college. Drinking, partying a lot, and then I met some older cats, and they put me onto the bourbon. I was like, okay, I can do this. It was just different from the, just the vodkas and the whiskeys, and to me at that time it felt like a grown man drink. Something I wanted, you going through your phases in college, so but you still, I'm on my grown man level type thing.
Right.
So I always had an interest in bourbon, and I just kept drinking bourbon. Then even when I went to the military, I still had an interest in bourbon. Like, some of my military buddies who was like on the Hennessy and back then the Paul Masson, the E&Js. I was like, man, you need to try this. They was like, oh, you always drinking something different. I'm a different person. I'm on my grown man. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And my journeys in Egypt, Afghanistan, Bosnia, Kosovo, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan. I was like, I want to do it. I always put my mind to it that I want to make a bourbon. Being from Mississippi, I'm like, there's too many people doing the moonshine.
Mm-hmm.
You got people making the whiskeys, but ain't nobody doing the bourbon. I was like, well, let me get into it. Let me tap into it and see if I can do it. And bro, I'm gonna tell you this, and I tell this to everybody. I never thought the homemade bourbon that I did would be this far. It would go this far. Never.
Wow.
Never.
I mean, it's like grandma cooking Thanksgiving dinner. She put a little love in it. Once you start mass producing stuff, you lose that personal touch, So
Yeah.
you're putting a lot of love in it. So
yeah, see, and that's why I said, I like to do it myself, because I know the love that I have for it.
Right.
And from people, man, I done sent it to Australia. It's in the UK. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. And then these people started calling me for this bourbon. So I'm like, evidently I'm doing something right.
Right.
So I'm like, I just like, my thing is, like I told people, I'm not trying to get rich off this. I mean, if it happens, hey, it happens. But, it's just something I was passionate about doing. And I did it. And I see other people enjoy it. They love the taste of it. So I was like, well, I'm just going to keep going on doing it, because at one point in time, I wanted to give up. Like, the demand was too high. And I'm like, myself. So, I had to learn how to just, do it, because I do have a regular 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to work, coming home. Usually I have it already on, brewing or whatever. And then I just come home and bottle. Then I ship.
Right.
So it was just, man, it's been a journey, bro. It's been a journey.
Yeah, we gonna talk a little bit about that. I want to get into the name. Where did the name come from? Divergents.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, it took me a minute to come up with a name for it. Like, it took me almost a year, but I was looking at the diversity of the people that was enjoying it. Like,
mm-hmm.
you know, black people, white people, Asian people, Mexican people. Everybody was like, man, this is some good stuff, you know, with the wolf.
Yeah.
So, man, I was like, you know, I took the diverse part and I like, gentlemen. I was like, you know, this is for diverse gentlemen. Then, you know, I was like, well, I don't sound right. I said, let me slice it up. Divergence, you know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing about the name was when I came up with the name, more women started to buy it than men at first. Yes. It was crazy, bro. I was like, okay, you know. But see, all the ladies that were buying it was in the cigar world.
Right.
They were drinking, you know, the Four Roses, you know, the Jack Daniels, you know, Maker's Marks, and, you know, Woodford Reserves and stuff like that. So I was like, shit, they ain't got a problem with the name with it. I ain't got a problem with it either. I'm finna rock with it.
That's what's up. So what was the moment that you knew that you had something?
I'm gonna tell you, 2018, going into, matter of fact, this month right here in November, I had been fooling around with it for probably January, beginning of 18. In November, I'll never forget it. November, I finally got a taste right that wasn't horrible to me.
Right.
And you know, I didn't let nobody taste it. I just sat on it for a while. In 2019 Super Bowl party, I took half gallon to a Super Bowl party. I'm just gonna sit on the table. If they drink it, they drink it. You know, I was like it. I like it. You know, I don't care if nobody else like it. I like it because I need this for me.
Right.
And bro, I tell you, within an hour, probably I say after I got there, within an hour, hour and a half, that whole half gallon was gone. It was gone. It was gone. They loved it. And this one guy came up to me. He was like, "So you made this?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Ain't me." I said, "Bro, I made that." I said, I told him to this day, every time I see him, I'd be like, "Have you found anything in the liquor store that tastes like this?" He was like, "No," because I told him, I said, "If you do, I'll give you $500 cash."
Wow.
And to this day, it's 2022. This was in the 19, and he still haven't.
He never got that $500.
Ever. So, like, okay, cool. You know, he reached out to me all the time, bro. I need. You know what I need? I got you. You know, say less. You know, so I knew then I had a good product. But what I did was I wasn't even thinking about selling it. You know, I was like, you know, I get on IG, you know, I take a picture with my bottle, Jack Daniels, I'm drinking that night or whatever, with a cigar, and I, you know, or then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna start promoting myself and just, you know, I always tag, you know, the name of the stick I'm smoking, and then I'm like drinking Divergents Bourbon. Then people start like, what is Divergents Bourbon? I'm like, it's a bourbon that I make myself. And they was like, how can I get some? And I was like, well, you got to come directly through me. I DM you. So, you know, going through DMs and, you know, and I was asking people like, okay, whether it's good or bad, when you get it, do a review on it, post it to IG, just be like, hey, got this Divergent Bourbon, you know, really not my speed, you know. I was like, tell me what's wrong. You know, criticism, you got to take the good with the bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I think since I've been doing this, bro, I probably had one bad review, and it wasn't really bad. A guy told me, he was like, well, you need to make it a little bit stronger. I was like, for what? I was like, I got men that love it. I got women that love it. Everything seemed perfect to me. And he was like, well, I think you did. Well, I said, well, you can think what you want to think, but I'm good.
Right. Apparently, you need something. You need some gasoline.
Come on, guys.
So how many different flavors do you offer?
You really want to know?
I do. I do. I did a little research, so I think I might. It might be.
I put it to you like this: I'm the Baskin Robbins of bourbon.
So you just keep on making them.
Yeah, man. You know, my first one was a mango, and I was like, okay, well, you know, I don't too much care for. I do. It depends. It depends what mood I'm in. You know, if
Right.
it's just not a chill night, yeah, I might drink a strawberry bourbon. You know what I'm saying? So, first one was a mango, and she was like, I did it for this lady out of Washington. I think she in Washington. She a DJ, and man, she was like, "Oh, I love this." So she just started putting it out there, like crazy. Then like her followers was hitting me up. Then I was like, okay. Then I was like, somebody was like, "Can you do a watermelon? Can you do this? Can you do that?" I was like, I try it. I would try it. I would try any flavor you will come up with. I would try to make it for you. Just so, you know, because, you know, because I see it like this. Once I make a flavor for a person, to me, I feel like I did that for them. That's they only just, you know, that's theirs. You know what I'm saying? I still sell it, but that's theirs.
Right.
Yeah.
That's that personal touch. That's that personal touch that you can't get from a big box,
yeah.
a large maker. You know, you can't get that.
So, yeah, like I said, I do any flavor I can. If I ain't got it, but I'm pretty sure I have it and people love it. Like, crazy.
So you say your first one was mango?
Yeah, my first flavor was mango.
How long did it take you to come up with the right recipe, I guess, for that?
It took me about, I'd say about 4 months. Because you want to balance it out. My thing was this: I didn't want the mango to overpower the bourbon, and I didn't want the bourbon to overpower the mango.
Right.
So when you're doing flavors, you have to. I mean, you really have to play with it until you really just find that right niche, that right taste where you can get, like, most of my flavors you could taste. You taste the flavor on the front end, and on the back end, you taste the bourbon.
Yeah.
What a lot of people seem to love.
Right. It's not super mango-y or super strawberry. It's mango flavored bourbon.
Right. And it's just, like I said, it's just, man, it's just, once I did that mango, I built the path of how I should do the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some fruits are sweeter than other ones, so I might have to jack this up a little bit, you know what I mean, to get more of the flavor out of it. But, you know,
it's a science.
Yeah. I tell people I'm a mad scientist when it comes to bourbon.
So you got the bourbon, man, and I saw something, the Divergents podcast. So how long have you been doing that?
Right now we're taking a hiatus. My co-host, he had got sick. So just say, well, when you get like well enough to really just, you know, go out in. But I think we started that in 20. 20. And man, when I say, you know, it's just something we just said we was gonna do. We was just gonna start a podcast, talk shit, you know, just whatever. And then we will have like times where we would just put the link out there and like anybody can come and join the podcast. And, you know, we just talking about, you know, we just talking about life, things that happen in the world. You know what I mean? We was like, okay, politics, yeah, we know how politics can be. But it's just like being in a lounge. But
exactly.
you at home. You know what I mean? You can't beat that. I mean, if you don't like it, leave.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, and it was, man, we done had like MMA fighters. You know, we try to tap into a lot of entrepreneurs. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, people who starting their own business or whatever and stuff like that. So It's been pretty good. Like, people ask me all the time, like, when y'all coming back? I was like, well, we'll be back soon. Just stay tuned. And, you know, it's going to be big back.
So where can people find the past episodes?
YouTube. Just go to YouTube and look up the Divergents podcast.
Okay. So we gonna check out them past episodes and be waiting on some new ones.
We gotta get you on the podcast.
I'm always ready.
Gotta get you on the podcast, brother. Got to bring you on.
Always ready. So, Greenhouse Divergents Radio.
Yeah, we started our own internet radio too.
I told you I did a little bit of digging.
Okay.
So tell me about the Greenhouse Internet Radio and what that process was like.
Man, it was crazy at first. You know, that was my co-host. His brother is a former rapper. Pretty nice. They out of Oxford, Mississippi, near Memphis, like maybe 30 minutes from Memphis. And we were just talking about it. He was like, man, we need to just spread everything. He was like, what about the radio station? I was like, okay. You know, so we posted like podcasts. We ended up getting our channel, which went bad. Like, as soon as we got our channels, man, people was hitting us up because we posted about the radio station. So people were like, I want to pay for some, you know, commercial time, you know. So we was like, okay, let's get it. And the crazy thing about it, we actually got somebody from Shape 45.
Oh, wow.
Like, they was like, man, y'all crazy. You know, y'all, you know, like at nighttime, that's when we let the music play. We just let it run, you know. Throw in commercials every now and then. But like when we get out work, we was like doing live shows on the radio station, having people call in. You know, it was just crazy, man. It was, like I said, man, it was like Divergents Bourbon has taken me to places and did things I never thought I'd be doing.
That's what it's for, right? That's what it's for. So let's get into a little bit of some meat right here. So you created Divergents Bourbon for you, and then it started to grow. So what was that process like, or what was that feeling when people started wanting your bourbon?
Man, it was unbelievable because I really couldn't believe it. Like, it was time, especially like during COVID.
Right.
You know, like a lot of East Coast and like up some parts of the Midwest and West Coast, they closed their liquor stores.
Mm-hmm.
Here in the South, you know, they was essential.
Yeah.
Like, man, it was like people just word of mouth. Don't know how. People just word of mouth, like, hey, I heard you make your own bourbon. You know, our liquor store's closed. What I need to do to get some? And I was like, man, this is amazing. And they just kept, you know, I was like, okay, they heard me, so yeah, buy some. Yeah, I ain't gonna hear from them no more. Oh no, it wasn't like that. It's like when you have to go to the postal service every day with like 10 packages. It's crazy, bro. It was crazy.
Yeah, right? People wanted it. That means you got a good product and you're doing something right.
Hit me because I was like, you know, you got your doubters, and my doubters was like some of my good friends. Oh man, it ain't gonna sell like that. You know, now they're looking at me like, man, how can I get on? No, I'm good.
Yeah, it's too late now.
I'm good. The train didn't already start. I'm gone.
Yeah, I say that all the time. They either you on the bus. Everybody can't ride your bus. Either you on the bus or you getting rolled over. You know, people, and a lot of people. You know, it's hard for a lot of people. It was hard for me when I started my cigar brand. When your closest friends, the people that you think are gonna be right there with you from jump, disappear.
Right.
You know, it's almost like they go out of their way to make sure that they don't support. You know what I'm saying? And then you start to grow and everybody's coming around. They're like, oh yeah, well this my boy putting his arm. No.
Yeah.
Go on over there.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good.
I don't need that. I'm good. You know?
Yeah. And then it was like some family members.
Oh yeah.
Like, Okay, if you don't like it, just say you don't like it. It's not for everybody. Bourbon is not for everybody. Mine is not for everybody. You know, that's fine. And I'm cool with it. I'm cool.
Yeah,
So
you got to be cool with you got to be cool with what you do, because it's definitely, everything ain't for everybody.
right,
You know, and if it ain't for you, it just ain't for you. We moving on. I'm fine. I don't fault you for it. You don't have to like it.
right.
You know, but all of them like it. So as long as they like it, I'm good. You
Then
know?
then another killing part that kills me is, okay, you don't want to support me, but now you're hearing people talking about it, and you know, cuz or nephew, let me get a bottle. No, you don't go to the liquor store and ask, can you get a bottle? Oh, you gonna treat me? Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah. Walk into Burger King and say, let me get a Whopper.
And they're gonna tell you your price.
Right.
I'm like,
So
man,
this is you can get it, but here's the price.
right. And I'm like, and that's what I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs have to go through, especially when they starting out small and their name start popping. You
Yeah.
know, members who didn't want to support you, now they want handouts. Like they want a handout. No, I'm not. No, they pay, you gotta pay.
Exactly.
No, I was like, it costs money to do this. So give me my money.
Exactly. It ain't no question. Give me
Right.
the money. You gonna do me like that, bro? Yeah. Yeah, just like that. Give me that money, and you can have however many of these cigars you want, but you're gonna pay for them.
Oh man, I gotta get some of your cigars, bro. I got to.
I got to get some of your bourbon. We're gonna work on that. So let's talk about the sacrifices, man. What sacrifices have you had to make in growing this brand?
Man, losing friends, man, losing family members. Because I can't, you know, I used to go to the lounges and I still do, but not like I was going to the lounges.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, a little business I have to run now. I mean, people in demand for, even when I go to lounges, man, I know you brought some of that bourbon. You know, that's the first thing they say. You know, so, you know, like, you know, good friends, close friends, bro. Like, you know, like you said, people you thought was gonna be right there in your corner, you know,
Yeah.
now you got to feed them with a long spoon.
Yeah. Or not at all.
And family. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like cousins, man, we grew up since we were knee high to a duck. Now I'm doing this. Oh, you ain't got time to come and kick it. No, I don't.
You see what I'm doing?
You dude, no. I was like, bro, I got 3 daughters. 3. This for them. They learning how to do this stuff. When I leave, I'm not gonna live forever. So hopefully, you know, I'm teaching them now. Like my oldest daughter, she finna go to Germany. So, okay, she finna, you know, but she already know how to make it. I already showed we didn't. My youngest two, 15 and 14. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
there yet. No, I ain't want to go to jail. I'm my daddy teaching them how to make liquor. But, you know, and I sat down and I talked to him. We had a long discussion, man. I was like, man, this is a business. I said, this is family business. You know, you got to understand, y'all are the ones that gonna carry on Divergents Bourbon when I'm gone.
Right.
You know, yeah, I said, y'all just gotta still treat the people right. I said, as long as you keep treating your people right, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back and shop with you again.
Right. Right. That's what it's all about, man. You got to treat the people right. You take care of your customers, they take care of you.
Right.
You know.
So, you know, it's just like I said. Besides that, bro, is, you know, my girls understand. Like we still do it, but not like often. Like we used to have daddy daughter day.
Mm-hmm.
Go get their nails done. I'm there getting my feet done. You know, I'm right there with them. We going out to eat. Um, I might be like, you all want to go to a movie? They'd be like, no, Dad, let's just get some ice cream or something, and, you know, find something on the fire stick. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Up in the man cave, chilling. You know, watching movies and stuff like that. So, you know, it's like I said, you know, some sacrifices they know. Like when I have to go do event on the weekends. Hey, baby, I got to do an event this weekend. I got to go here, or I got to be here at this time, and I'm going to get home late, So, but, they to the point where they understand.
Right.
Coming in, so they know they got money in their pocket.
Right. You got to keep making it so that it's going to keep selling. You mentioned earlier about when you wanted to quit. Talk to me about that time, the time that you wanted to quit and how you pushed through that.
Man, it had got hectic where, like, my thing is this is how I operate. If you place an order, I try to have it like, okay, just say, what's today? Wednesday? You place an order, I'd be like, bro, I'm sending it out Friday. And usually, I do 3-day shipping, but man, it was just getting so hectic to the point where the demand was so high, and it was like, cause I do, a 15 gallon, 15 out of liquor. And within a week, I'm going through a 15 gallons. And so I'm like, okay, I got to sit right here and brew some more shit. I got to do this. I got to do that. And then it's not like everybody getting the same kind.
Right.
So, because just off regular, this is the OG. Everybody, this the OG. Then I did one for Grown Ash, Cigar Society, called The Liberation. This is theirs. Everybody has like, okay, give me this or give me that. I had one guy order, I don't want to lie, I think it was 52 paints.
Wow.
Ordered 52 paints on a Thursday. I shipped it Monday. He called me back again that Friday and wanted 52 more. And they're just one order. They're just one order. And then, I had other orders. Then I had people around my city that I had to take care of too. So I'm like, and I was like, I can't get no help because I don't want nobody to mess around, steal the recipe, see how I'm doing it. You know what I mean? And, because I write everything down. I have a journal where I have written every recipe that I have down.
You got to.
And so I was like, man, once I finish everything, I was like, I'm just gonna tell people I'm taking a break for a while. But it got to the point where I'm like, man, I'm just sitting here. I was up in my man cave thinking, man, I can't let these people down because these people trust me. They shop with me and they loving your stuff, and they put me on other people, and they people put me on other people. So I'm like, I just got to keep going. I was like, man, this one I say there's a lot of stuff I had to cut out.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I had to cut out. So that was a big stroke. That was a fight. I considered that at the time one of my demons. Because my demons was like, okay, go ahead and quit. You did. You could say you did it, and you sold it, and people loved it, and that's good enough. No, I had to become friends with my demon. Partner, this is what we're gonna do. Listen, you're gonna back off me for a little while. We're gonna throw in some jazz. We're gonna light a cigar. We're gonna get this thing turning, and I haven't stopped yet, bro. I haven't stopped yet.
And you can't stop because like you said, it's a family business. You got people who trust you with their bourbon. You got people who are ordering, and it ain't nowhere but up.
Right.
Nowhere but up.
So I'm like I said, it's just I thank God, bro. I thank everybody who shot with me. I don't care if you bought from me one time. Thank you. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to do that.
Right.
How some people are. Some people just stuck in their ways. Like, man, I got a friend that's all he drinks Hennessy. He don't drink nothing else but Hennessy. But he support me. Man, my man right here make good bourbon. He always throwing me out there. And I think he had it once. And he was like, nah. I was like, well, because you've been drinking, your palate still to Hennessy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that Hennessy.
You gotta break that. Nah,
Yeah,
man.
you definitely you gotta get diverse with that palate. You gotta get up out that Hennessy. You can't be on Hennessy all the time like that.
Right. But like I said, man, like I said, I have people who don't even drink support me.
Wow.
I got a friend, he only drink vodka. He said brown make him sick, which I heard that before. But he always support me. Like he'll buy it and just go give it to some of his partners. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, that's love.
Yeah.
That's love. You ain't even drinking it.
Yeah. And then now they have it and they've had it and they want it and then never know. Here they come.
Exactly.
Hey man, let me get some of that. Let me get some of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So what's been the best part of your journey?
Man, all the beautiful people I done met, man. All the like you and like it opened me up to the cigar world more, especially on IG.
Mm-hmm.
Got friends where, like I never seen a person, but we'll talk on the phone sometimes. Man, hey, what you got going on? I'm just chilling, man, with the book. It's just, man, to the different people, man, it just opened up a whole new world.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm loving it. And, when I say I'm loving, bro, I'm loving it. I love it to death.
Yeah, man. That's a beautiful thing.
People like you got your own brand. Dealing with you, I met you. We chopping it up now. Bam. You know what I'm saying? You got a brand. I can shop your brand out down here to cigar lounges, and next thing you know, they're gonna be telling me, "Hey, man, call your man, see if we can, get something in the lounge down here." Bet. You know what I mean? That networking, bro, is oh my goodness, bro. It's like a different league.
Yeah,
different league.
It's huge, and we don't do it enough in our community. We like to promote everything but us, everything but the little guy. Because why your cigars $10? I pay $10 for, then don't buy it. Move on.
Exactly.
Well, I don't need all of that. Just don't buy
it. Bro, yes, I heard the same thing.
Yeah,
people like, what is that much? Yes. Well, I can buy this, but I tell you what, you can go buy that, but I bet you $100 ain't better than this right here.
That's what I'm talking about. I stand behind it.
Who don't even go to the liquor store no more.
Wow.
They come to see me every Friday. If they don't come to see me Friday, they come to me Thursday or Saturday morning.
Wow. I mean, that's a good product right there. That's a good product right there. What are two of your most important principles?
I got to pick two. Be consistent and be loyal to your customers, your people.
Yeah.
I think because I wouldn't be where I'm at if it weren't for my people. You know what I mean? So you got, I think that, and like I said, be consistent. Each batch, make sure it's on point like the last one. You know what I mean? You just gotta stay consistent with whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? So, like I said, and again, that's why I do stuff by myself.
Right.
I mean, so it's like it's crazy. It's hard work, but the hard work worth it, and it's gonna pay off in the long run.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna pay off in the long run, man. Definitely.
Right now, my top two.
Yeah, man. It's those are amazing principles. You got to be consistent in everything that you're doing. Just because if you buy a pint of mango bourbon today, and then next Friday I come and want another pint of mango bourbon and it don't taste the same, then well, what's going on?
What I'm saying? And I tell my people, when it's like that, if it's not like the first time you had it, call me and tell me and I'm finna go tweak it or do what I gotta do, then I'm finna just send you the ball, be like, try that one and tell me if it's, we'll do the same. Because like I said, bro, your people are what makes you. Like I said, I wouldn't be nothing without these people supporting me and buying my product. Nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like I said, you just gotta stay consistent with it. So that's why, like, even when I know what I'm doing, I go back and I look at the recipe like, okay, let me see. Yeah.
Gotta make sure you got it right.
Yeah. Even though you've been doing it, I've been doing it for long, it's still good to go back and double check yourself.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? I tell people all the time, man, double check yourself. You gotta make sure it's on point, because you want to keep them coming back.
Right.
Because
that's the key.
Right.
That's the key. They gotta come back. So what's next for Divergents Bourbon?
Oh man, I got some things in the work, man. My city just became its own city 2017, because it was just a part of what we call South Jackson. Jackson, Mississippi is the capital of Mississippi, and you got South Jackson. So they branched out to a little area called Byron, which is where I'm in now. So Byron doesn't have a cigar lounge. So I'm working with the two people that's running for mayor for 24. I'm working with them, and I'm trying to bring a cigar lounge here. I'm actually talking about doing billing, and like a distillery, a small, nothing big, but just something small. I say they can, just like they can see how the process is going, and do a tour and have a bar. You know what I mean? Look, nothing big and fancy. I'm working on doing a mobile cigar lounge as well. So a lot of stuff that I got in the making. I done got the wheels rolling on all of them. So,
yeah.
Just whenever I'm able to stop and I can do it, But yeah, we got matter of fact, this past year, we just had our first cigar fest for Jackson, Mississippi. Yeah.
Okay.
It was nice. It turned out real well. We hit up 3 of the main lounges. So this year we got one coming up in June for 2023. So I'm tapping into everybody, trying to get, if we got a brand, come. I'm working on the hotels now. It's gonna be love. I'm gonna do especially for the people that came, that I told to come. If they come, I'm trying to do like a little private event here at my house. Balcony, pool, DJ. We gonna have it all. I got somebody cooking, so we just trying to do it, man. I'm just trying to make it bigger than what it was last year.
Yeah.
And not even on that committee, but one of my best friends is. So I was like, well, hey, I do this. Let me make some phone calls and, see if I can, tell people to put it on their schedule and hope they come. So
yeah. Well, I tell you what, the Herfador would love to be there. Most definitely love to be there. And especially when you get that distillery, the Herfador would love to do a tour of that distillery.
No doubt, that. I'm gonna get all my people.
Most definitely. So what advice would you give to anybody who is starting or thinking about starting a business?
Don't give up.
I love that.
Because just starting out or just thinking about starting in, you got to do your research. You just can't jump in head first and say, okay, well, I'm finna do this. No. It ain't gonna work like that. First of all, you need to plan out what you're trying to do. Well, this is what I want to do. Okay. Then you're gonna have to go to, okay, do some pricing and see, like, okay, well, if I put, can I start out with this? Yeah. You gotta always then start off small. Don't start off big. That's gonna kill you.
Right.
That's gonna kill you. You're gonna go broke before you see any money come in.
Yeah.
First thing, it's gonna be hard to start. So, but you just gotta keep in your mindset, like, if that's what you want to do, that's something you have to do. You know what I mean? You got to keep going. You got to keep going. I said, when I did this bourbon, I did it just for me, just to say, hey, I did my own bourbon before. And then, people start tasting it, and I seen the reply from it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to continue doing this. And, yeah. And like I said, I spent money. In it, but I started out small and gradually worked my way up, until where I was comfortable. I'm like, okay, now this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this over here. I'm gonna do this, and yeah. But you can't give up, man, because it's gonna get harder sometimes. It's been sometimes I only sold a whole week, and I sold just a pint. That's it, a pint. And in some weeks I'll be like, God damn, it's time for me to order more bottles. So I'm calling my people, hey, I need a shipment in. It's up and down, because you have people who, like me, I'm not gonna lie, I drink every weekend. I get at work Friday at 2:30, 4 o'clock. I got my first drink, and my first drink always is Jack Daniels, always. So they get me right. They get my stomach right. They get my palate. Okay, bang. So then I'm drinking water. Then I'm going to my bourbons. It might be whatever. I might not even drink none of my own stuff. You know what I mean? So I flip flop.
I feel you. You gotta keep that palate diverse. You gotta keep that palate diverse, because if all you drink is yours and that's all you know. You know what I'm saying? It's like with cigars. I smoke as many cigars as I can get my hands on, because I never want to duplicate somebody else's cigar, but also I love cigars, and I got to keep my palate diverse. So you definitely got to keep your palate diverse, because if not, I can say, yeah, my cigars are great, 'cause that's all I smoke. And then I look over there and I'm like, oh, shit. Well, those might be a little bit better. Let me get back on my.
And see, that's how I am. Like, that's why people be like, bro, you make it. Well, I be drinking myself all the time. Yeah, okay, let me break it down to you. I said, you know why I buy and drink other brands, the Four Roses, the Maker's Marks, and all them? I said, because I got to stay on top of my game.
Right.
I get too comfortable. I'll slack a little bit. Like I told them, it's time for them to move over. It's a new king in town.
Definitely.
It's a new king finna sit on the throne. So I got to make sure that, I stay up on whoever. So that's why I drink other people, other brands.
Yeah, man. You gotta stay up on the competition, but like you said, you gotta make sure you on point and everything. All your stuff is on point. How can people get a hold of you, get a taste of the Divergents Bourbon?
And you pretty much DM me and we'll talk about it, like, and I'll let you know, like, all the flavors, infusions I have, and price wise, and then we'll just go from there. Just hit me in the DM.
I will be hitting you in the DM, because I got to try it. I got to try it. Man, I watched the interview, man, of you. You were on, I forget the name, Tapped In Reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were talking about you built a lounge, in your garage.
Yeah, I got an outside. I call it the personal lounge, my personal lounge, but everybody call it the kickback lounge.
Mm.
So when I bought the guy had my house, this guy had a workshop, and he like all this up here. I'm in my man cave upstairs. That's why this wood. He did all this. I don't do that. No, I don't do none of that. You know, he was an ex-firefighter, and he just loved wood. So I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do with this? Because I had an area for a bar. He had it set up. I was like, this could be the bar. So this could be the shit. Okay. So this thing, you know, man, I had got some furniture I put out there. I got a 60-inch, 1, 2, 3, 355s, 145 out there. Like I said, you got the little bar area. I got a refrigerator, 2 microwaves.
What's the price of admission?
Oh, I don't charge to come in.
Okay. When I make me a trip to Mississippi,
Yeah.
I gotta check it out.
You know, because most of my friends, bro. So when they come, they know I keep liquor. I keep it, but they'll bring a bottle or something or whatever, you know. And a lot of them usually have their own cigars or whatever, you know. We just chill. We might throw some on the grill and just hang out.
Sound like a good time.
And watching some games, man. Get on, play some spades, play some bones. You know, just sit back and just listen to jazz and just talk.
Yeah.
Just talk, bro. It's just crazy. I mean, and I like it because, like I said, that's why I really don't go nowhere.
You don't have to. You got the lounge at the house.
Yeah. I mean, and I like it. So we just, man, it's love. It's like coming over here. Everybody like coming over here hanging out, bro. Like,
I can tell, man. And when I make my trip out there, I'm definitely gonna come to the Divergents Bourbon Lounge. That's what I'm gonna call it. I don't care what you call it. That's what I'm gonna call it. The Divergents Bourbon Lounge.
Man, just I don't care what you call it either. You know, because you'll be at home. You'll be at home, bro. Anybody who, you know, like I said, I don't invite any and everybody over here, but if I invite you over here, that means I got a good vibe about you. We vibe on some type of level. It might be these.
Yeah.
It might be this. You know what I'm saying? And we can just sit and just vibe, listen to music, and talk. You know, whatever. Well, you know, whatever we get into, this is what we get into.
Most definitely, man. But
I just, you know, that's why I think everybody like coming and hanging out over here. You know, like every weekend, but every weekend is something. It's like somebody told me, my partner told me, he's like, man, you need to start opening it up on Thursdays. He like, charge.
you say opening up.
He said, charge a couple dollars, you know, especially with somebody, because I keep, like, my refrigerator out there, I keep beer. You know, I drink beer, but I'm not a big beer drinker.
Right.
I drink a Corona or two, or, you know, Heineken or Modelo or something like that. But, you know, and he was like, bro, I'm telling you know, he's like, you got the perfect setup. You got the perfect setup. Like, you got parking. You know, like, he was like, man, you can make you a little cheese off that. Like, I said, I'll think about it. I said, if I do it, I'm going to do it next year. God's willing, I'll do it next year.
He saw opening up. Like it's already. It's already a thing.
It's, you know, like I said, man, it's just, you know, it's good vibes here. You know what I mean? I ain't with the foolishness. You start talking crazy, acting crazy, you got to go.
Exactly.
If you don't want to go, I got some things that'll make you want to leave. And
right.
I pull them things out. You're not leaving. We're gonna help you leave.
Exactly. You can either leave or you can be taken away.
Yeah, I just put you in your car and put it in drive, and you can go across the street in the middle of the road.
Long as you're not here.
That's it.
Man, I I really appreciate you spending some time with me this evening. I appreciate you accepting my invitation. It's been an amazing conversation.
Man, I appreciate you inviting me, bro. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie, I've been waiting on this.
What?
Yes, that's why I kept out. You know, every time, if you notice, I don't well. Every time you do something, I'm on your live or I'm in the comments.
Yeah.
So, like last night, I was in the backstage or whatever on the app. Station last night.
What? Oh, okay. Well, welcome. I appreciate it. I'm always thrown when people say stuff like that, you know, because I don't look at my platform as being that big, and people, I've heard it more times than I can actually count, and it's humbling, you know.
You know what it is, man. Like I said, when we was doing the podcast, bro, when I had people like inboxing me on Facebook and Instagram, was like, man, y'all crazy. Like, I can't wait for the next show. And I'm like, first of all, I don't know you. Thank you. And I did not know. She'd be like, yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I watch it every week. Okay. So thank you. Big shout outs.
Right.
I like next episode, I'm shouting you out, like for real, for real. You know, it's just, bro, it gives you a sense of enlightenment. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I can't.
Yeah.
Because you never know who's watching.
Exactly.
Never know.
That's exactly the thing, and it's like when people say stuff like that to me, I'm like, me? You watching me, or you been waiting on me? I've been waiting on. I've been sitting here figuring out how I'm gonna ask you to be on my show and hoping you say yes.
I want to reach out to you, like, bro, can I come on the show and, you know, do an interview? And I was like, man, I ain't trying to be, you know, you know how we get.
Right.
I ain't trying to be too pushy or, you know, because he don't know anything about me. I was like, okay. I was like, well, I think my time will come. And my time came, and man, I'm so thankful, bro. You just don't know.
Man, and it's crazy you say that, because like you said, you sitting there saying, I don't want to be pushy, or hopefully I can be on the show. And I'm sitting here saying, man, if I ask him to be on my show, he gonna say, man, I don't even know who you are. I ain't worried about
like, anybody. Like, I try to follow like many cigar people as I can. If they got a podcast, I try to follow. Like when I have free time, bro, I just sit in my truck, be going somewhere, and I'm listening to a podcast. You know, I love the conversation of cigars, and you know how I intertwine with. Okay, she do poetry and she smokes cigars, so how your poetry and your cigars intertwine together? You know what I'm saying? It intrigues me. So, oh yeah, man, I'm a big supporter of you. What's Chevalier?
Yeah.
Big supporter.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have to do something in person one day. We definitely got to do something in person.
Where you located?
I'm in Houston.
Okay, my sister in Houston. My little sister in Houston.
Oh man, well, it can happen. Or I can come to the Divergents Bourbon Lounge. That's what I'm calling it. So I can come there.
Man, just all you gotta do is let me know when. Now I'll make it happen.
Yeah, man, we definitely gonna make the in person happen, man. Because, like, I'm excited about your bourbon. You know, it's weird. I haven't had it, but I'm excited about it just from following you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Knowing that you do it yourself, you put your hands on it. I'm excited about it. So I gotta taste it.
So, and I appreciate it. Like I said,
Hobo King say no. Let him come to H-Town.
I'm coming to H-Town. I ain't coming for you, Hobo.
Yeah, Yeah, we gonna do it, man. One of these days we gonna be in the same place at the same time.
It's gonna be crazy.
We're
You
gonna be smoking these signatures of these saints, and we're gonna be drinking Divergents Bourbon.
doubt, no doubt. Like I said, bro, I gotta get some new. I gotta get some. I gotta get some new cigars, man. I got to. Cause like I said, I'm big on promoting, bro, especially here. Cause you have people
Yeah.
here. You know, I think me personally, I think here in Mississippi, well, especially in my city, they are on the norm. You know, the normal cigars you always hearing about, the Romeo.
Rocky Hotels, Romeo and Juliet, and stuff like that.
You so used to that, and so like I don't know if you heard of Soul Brother Cigars.
Yeah.
He out of Miami, so I met him. Me and him linked up. Oh, this 22 got to be 20, 21, something like that. Early.
Okay. Okay.
I got him in a cigar shop down in the city.
Oh wow.
So like on Grown Ash, I'm working with Grown Ash. You know, like I said, we did a collab. I did a bourbon for them. They did a cigar called the Liberation for the bourbon, and then they did a cigar for me called the Bullie. So
Yeah, man, I saw that. I saw that. Congratulations on that.
appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. And like I said, man, if you give me an honor, bro, I do one for your brand.
We gonna work on that.
You know, like I said, I'm a scientist, bro. Just give me a minute, I'll come up with something. And like I said, I'll send you the samples, and you tell me, hey, yay or nay. You know,
Y'all heard it here first. The Herfador bourbon made by Divergents Bourbon will be coming.
It's like a movie coming to you soon.
Coming soon. We gonna work on that, man, and I'm excited about it. I'm even more excited now.
It's all about working, bro. Like, you know, if I can help you, we help each other. You see what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it, man. And it's all about love. I ain't, you know, I'm not trying to get rich off this shit. I'm really not. You know, like I said, if it happened, it happened.
Right.
But I'm just glad people enjoying it. You know, I'm glad people talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I get from it. You know, like, oh man, like what's her name? Cigar Candy. I think it's like she was doing a live. You know, and people come in, and I just made a comment. I'm like, hey, how you doing? And she was like, Divergent Bourbon. Oh, I heard about you today. And I'm like, you know, somebody had just tagged me in, like, that she was going live. Because we wasn't even following each other.
Wow.
So I was like, okay. She's like, I want to try it. I heard so much about it. Okay. So, man, it's just, like I said, the word of mouth, and then when it's good, bro, people gon' broadcast it for you. Are you ready to sit back and get ready to make more?
Yeah. You gotta get that shoulder ready.
Man, I'm talking about that shoulder, boy.
Strengthen up that rotator cuff.
It been plenty of nights of popping BCs, boy. I tell you that. I ain't gonna lie to you. The BC be coming handy, son.
I can imagine. Ooh.
Got it, you know, just like I said, bro. It's just, but it's all worth it though. To hear people talk about your product, smile when they talk about your product, brag to, man, I got it. Like my partner said, he called it the exclusive. He was like, you can't find it. You got to go straight to the source to get it.
Yeah.
So he was like, he just feel like, I'm like, man, cut that out. No, man, it's exclusive.
It's true. It is, but it is. You can't go to no Total Wine or nothing and pick it up. You got to go right to the source to get it. That's exclusive. And it made people feel special when they go right to the source.
Right. So, you know, just feel them like, man, I got something you don't even got. You can't even get. You know, so
I don't care who you are. I got something you can't get. I mean, you can get it, but you ain't got it. Make people feel good.
Right. And I'm glad. You know, I'm glad. So, you know, it just, like I said, it's just been a blessing, man, you know, and I like to give a shout out to everybody who supported me, everybody who thought about supporting me, who haven't did it yet, you know, like I said, I wouldn't be here without y'all. You know, I wouldn't be here without y'all. You know what I mean? Like, especially the people who don't drink and still support me, that, you know, or make a repost of something I done posted, you know what I mean? Or, you know, it's just, the love is, you can feel the love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Feel it. And I feel
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. You know, and we definitely we got more conversations coming because as y'all heard, the Herfador gonna have a bourbon made by Divergents Bourbon. So I'm excited about that. And when we release it, I'm gonna put it out there right now. Whenever we release it, we're gonna do it together in person.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a party. We gotta go. We might have to come to Houston, or you come here and we release it here. Like my homegirl Sharita, love Sharita. Thank Sharita, that's my girl. She the one gave my first ever tasting at the Cigar Lounge. She called me and she was like, "Bro, I love your bourbon. It's good." She was like, "You need to share it. People, you know, the people who don't know about you." I'm like, "Okay." Matter of fact, it was right during COVID, and my city had the day of the event. My mayor came on the TV and was like, no more than 25 in a spot, and had to close at 12 o'clock. But luckily, he didn't enforce it until it wasn't going to be enforced until midnight, because he did it like after 5 o'clock. So what I did was, man, we had 175 people RSVP for it.
Wow.
Everybody didn't come because I guess from the mayor's message. So we had about 80.
Mm-hmm.
The love, you know. And then out of them 80, I bullshit you not, maybe 50 of them was women.
Wow.
Yes, and like, it's just, and that night I did pre-orders because I was like, okay, well, we don't know how it's going to turn out. So I did a bunch of pre-orders, you know. So everything pretty much worked out. And every time she do something at the Cigar Lounge, she called me, "Bro, I'm doing this. I'm doing a pop-up shop. Come on, bring the bourbon." I did a pop-up shop. Bro, I took 25 fifths. I took 25 fifths. I took 40 paints. Sold out. Like,
how long it take you? Not that long.
No. But see, then I had, you know, I got a mixologist that worked for me. I got my own personal mixologist. And he was there just mixing drinks. And then, you know, and we weren't even charging for the drinks. We just, you know, while they lasted. And then if people came up, they wanted to buy it. I was like, man, this is crazy. Every time she do something, bro, she called me. So big shout out to Sharita. Bro, I got to get some of her cigars and send you some. She just dropped her own brand.
Oh yeah, definitely. Matter of fact, when we get off of here, send me her information. So if I'm not already, I can follow her.
Okay. But yeah, you know, I got two homegirls, Sharita, and my other homegirl, Mona. She just dropped her line too, but she had hers out for about a couple months. Sophisticated cigars. Nice. When I say nice, man, nice.
Send me that information too.
Okay, I got you.
It's all about love and support here, man. It's all about love and support.
You know, like I said, shout out to all the women out there that's doing that thing in the cigar world. You know, I don't care if you're making the beads. I don't care. Shout out, man, because y'all putting impact in the cigar world for us.
Yeah.
Real. They really doing that. So, I love it.
Yeah, man. They bring in a whole nother aspect of it. You know, even if, like you say, even if they're not doing cigars, they're making picks. They're making bags. They're making all different types of things. You know?
Right.
They're changing the whole game up. They bring in so much style to the cigar world.
Right. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing, man. Like I said, man, like, I'm trying to tap into everybody for this June 2023 Cigar Fest here. Bro, I'm trying to tap in. Like, man, come on. Like I said, I'm working in hotels. And I'm going to put more information out as they follow, but you know, we got the dates. We got the dates. We got you know, the spots we're gonna hit, and like I said, I'm gonna do a private party.
Uh-huh.
And it's gonna be very private, so you know, but still here, even with the private party, you still can, you know, sell your stuff. You know, I don't care about that.
Let me know the dates, man. I'll do my best to make it.
So yeah, bro, like, come on, man, come keep your feet up, bro. Have a good time.
Definitely, definitely.
Get some real barbecue out of this city.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I gotta check it out. I like watching Travel Channel, and every time they go there, they go get some barbecue. I gotta check it out because I love me some barbecue. I love me some good barbecue.
Well, I'll tell you, I got somebody I think they the best in Mississippi.
Oh, I'm definitely try it. I gotta try it.
Matter of fact, man, we played high school basketball together, bro, and you know you know, we went to college, we went to different schools and stuff like that, and you know, we always kept in touch, and bro, like, his food is, oh my.
Well, I definitely got to try it.
Then, you know, you got barbecue spots around the city. Like, this, I mean, you know, if they pack all the time, you know it's good.
Yeah.
You know it's good, so. Hell yeah.
I second that. Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, we gotta do something, man. We gotta talk about this bourbon. Let's get it popping. And we're gonna do a lunch party.
Yeah.
Got to. It's on the right.
It's gonna happen. It's only right. That's anything less would be uncivilized.
Right. And like I said, and I see it, we both black owned. Let's show them what real black power is. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. We're not beefing. We supporting, and here we come.
There's money out here for everybody. You just got don't be afraid to go out here and try to get it.
Right. Right. Man, that's truer words have never been spoken.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm on, bro. Like, I don't care. I collab with anybody. Anybody you want to collab, talk to me, man. Let's talk about it. My word is bond. You know, if I say I'm gonna do something for you, I'm gonna do it. And you know, if you don't like it, let me know. We can tweak it, whatever. And you know, we just go from there. We'll talk about contracts and all that other shit later.
Right.
Talk about just getting it started. Once you get it started, bro, once we get it started and both ends agree on it, then that's when we talk about the paperwork or however you want to do it. Frankly, I'm gonna tell you, I don't give a damn about no contract. I really don't. Because first of all, I don't care what you do, dissect it, break it down, take it to a scientist. I bet you he gonna miss an ingredient if you break that down and try to tell you what's all in it. I bet you he do.
Hey man, look, and you go back to doing business on the handshake, man. Be a man of your word and do what you got to do.
All right, that's what I say, bro. I say that all the time, bro. All the time. You know, and I'm like, man, you got to have paper contract, and man, fuck all that. I ain't like, if you fuck with me, I ain't finna take you to court. It ain't worth my time. I know not to fuck with you.
Right. That's just, we gonna cut that, and that's that. You go your way, I go mine. But I mean, you got to be a man of your word, like you said. Your word is bond. That's all you got at the end of the day is your word.
Hey, you know, and I understand, like, this is what I understand in the black community, bro. This is one thing I understand, but it's still hard for me to concept. Okay, so I'm on both sides of the fence. You know, I got interracial parents. You know, and so, you know, I got my white people over here, I got my black people over here, and I got my Samoan people over here. So, one thing is this. What I be trying to get black people to understand, I was like, you got Jim and you got Ted. They two white people who can't stand each other. They hate each other guts. But they got me and they got you. So we come in, all four of us do the same thing, right? They gonna come together to overpower us to push us out. But in the meantime, I'm mad at you because you make more money than me and we doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly.
These two people that came together who can't stand each other, but it's a business smart decision. So now I try to tell people, look at it. You got them two together trying to push me and you out. So, and we see that. You obviously see it. So I should be like, okay, man, listen, man, I think me and you need to link up and battle these two together. You know, them two against me and you. You know what I'm saying? And so that way, because we got more support, we got more people backing us. We let the people know what's going on. I said, and then we push them out, make them separate. Then, okay, he said his company, then it's just me and you. Then we it's one big gigantic thing, because at the end of the day, if we push them out, they finna sell their company. What me and you gonna do? We're gonna buy this one over here first. Then we'll go get his. Then we got what? A metropolis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the type of stuff I be on. That's the type of stuff.
I mean, and we need more thinking like that, because we so worried about you gonna make a little bit more money than me, or you gonna you might. Who cares? Who cares? I tell people, I've told, I can't even count how many people, they come to me and they say, hey, I want to start a podcast. What you need from me and how can I help? Or I want to do cigars. What you need from me and how can I help?
Right. But like I tell you, just because it look easy on the outside because I'm doing it, you have to understand there's a lot of sacrifices you got to make, and it's going to make you want to give up. There's number one principle: don't quit.
Right.
Don't quit. This is what I told my daughter. My daughter, A and B student all through high school, played ball. She's like, Dad, I only got 2 offers: a community college and a school out of Wisconsin, St. Mary or something. And no, it's in Wisconsin. And she was like, she wanted to go to Mississippi State. Mississippi State sent her a letter at the last minute. There she went, Mississippi State. Then she was like, Dad, I just want to join the Guard, National Guard. I was like, okay. I said, you got to give up on one of them. Oh, Dad, you told me never give up. So now I said, but you got to understand, they going to want you to put the Guard before basketball. So she was like, well, I'm still going to do it. Okay. Talk to everything when it talked to the coach, but he was like, yeah, he all for it. Whoop. So she go to school. Then she get on order time she finna deploy to Germany.
Who?
So she was like, I'm about to give up, Dad. I didn't want to give up, but I can't play ball. So about a month or two later, the U.S. Army basketball team, Women League, called her.
Wow.
So she be over there playing ball in Germany.
See, never give up. Because when you about to give up, you right on the other, success is right on the other side of giving up.
Right. And that's why I try to teach my girls, never give up. Even though things are hard and you want to, don't. You just got to push through it. Then eventually it's going to work out.
Most definitely.
It's going to work out.
Follow your heart, man. You got to follow your heart. You got to keep working. You got to keep pushing. That give up stuff, we don't do that no more.
No,
we don't do that give up no more.
Can't do that. We can't do that.
Nah, we're gonna work through it, we're gonna push through it, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a challenge. But like I tell them, man, life is a challenge, bro. And life is not peaches and cream.
At all.
I don't care if you got all the money in the world, bro. You're gonna run into a problem.
Right.
You're gonna run into a problem. Now how you deal with it, that's on you.
Exactly.
I see everything as a test. Everything is a test.
Yeah. Everything is a test, and how you deal with that determines how you move forward.
I agree. agree. Most definitely, man. That's why I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad you reached out to me. And I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for that call.
Well, man, look, I'm telling you, I was sitting there like, man, I don't know if he gonna do it, but I'm a try. I'm a try. You know, people. That's not. You know, I've heard it a few times. People saying, "I've been waiting on you to reach out to me," and like I said, I'm like, "You waiting on me?" I mean, okay, because I've been waiting on getting my head right to come to reach out to you.
And see, when, oh man, I don't know. I know you, no, was it Sarah? I don't know. It was somebody who, when I started following you, and I'm like, okay. And then there was like, hit the button for any time this person to go live or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Okay. I like the positive, attitude. I like, then when you and Chevalier, y'all talk, I was like, okay, I can mess with them. I can rock with them. And so I just started following, and I jump in and comments, hey, evening, gentlemen, and woo, just, now I just sit back and listen. And I'm like, I seen you was doing, your interviews with people, like you did the ex, what's the WNBA player in Dallas?
He did the ex-WNBA player.
Okay, well, yeah, him. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I see what they got going. I like that. I was like, I need to get on here and talk about this Mississippi mud water.
Yeah, man. I'm it's always humbling, like I said earlier, when people say things like that. We just try to be who we are, authentically and unapologetically. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much falsehood on social media. People only showing the best parts of their lives.
It kills me. Yeah, I swear it kills me. I'd be looking at something he posts. I'm like, especially, not to take a jab at the women, dudes do it too. I'm like, oh, you ain't happy. You ain't happy. I can tell you're not happy. You doing all this. You doing too much. Why? You know what I mean? Why?
Right.
And you got people, the ones that, they posted they in a lounge or they doing this cigar event. Okay, true, you might be doing it, but bro, when do you sit down and relax?
Exactly.
When do you sit down and relax? If you go on my Instagram, you rarely see a picture of me posted up at event. If it's an event, yeah, but other than that, bro, I'm at the house. I'm in the backyard by the pool. I'm on the deck. I'm up here in the man cave. I'm outside in the lounge. I'm sitting in the yard looking at traffic drive by, smoking, drinking. And you're looking at the traffic. It's just, and somebody asked me, I had a friend girl of mine. She was like, well, she worked for some type of music company up in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I had this actor here, and we were talking. He was like, how he loved bourbon, and I was telling him about you. And I was calling you to see if I can send your Instagram. I was like, yeah. And then she came back. She like, your Instagram look like you pour it all the time. I said, no. I said, I relax all the time. I said, I'm not finna pay a motherfucker money who don't drink my bourbon to just be holding a glass up all cute and pretty, smiling. No. I said, I do.
Right.
They don't like it. They don't like it. I said, because I'm keeping it real. Like, I make this, so I drink this, and this is what I do. This is what I do for fun. I don't care what you do for fun. I don't care about him. I said, I don't care about him. This is my product. This is me. So if I want to sit in my lounge and cross my legs and try to look cute and take a picture for the gram, that's what I'm going to do.
He say, try to look cute.
You know what I mean? It's not, man, I'm not doing this for I'm not doing this for clout like that.
Right.
You ain't feeling what I'm doing or feeling my picture. You ain't got to like it. That's fine.
Right.
That's fine with me.
Just scroll past.
Bro, you ain't finna hurt my feelings. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Then after that, I was like, don't even call. Don't worry about it. You ain't got. Don't worry, but don't send nobody else my way. I'm good.
Yeah. If you worried about what my Instagram look like and not what this bourbon tastes like, then I don't need your business.
Right. I'm like, man, chill out. I mean, I get dressed up and go play, but for what? I ain't what I'm taking a picture for. I ain't got that cup. If I ain't got that cup or one of these, for what?
Exactly.
What am I doing it for? I'm not doing it for likes and, comments and all that. Bro, fuck all that. I don't need that. You know what I mean? These people facade, bro, they just retarded, man. It's entertaining because I laugh at a bunch of this shit. Like,
I mean, you gotta laugh at it. You gotta laugh at it.
I find it's just comedy. It's just comedy.
Oh man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
Man, I'm so thankful, bro. I thank you for real. Thank you for having me on, sir. Thank you.
And thank you for accepting. Thank you for accepting. I appreciate it.
Man, all you gotta do is let me know, like, hey, I'm gonna bring you on Wednesday. Bet I'm game. You know what I mean?
we go. It's definitely more coming. Like I said, it's gonna be an in person next time. We're gonna sit down in person and we're gonna be sipping and we're gonna be smoking and we're gonna be fellowshipping. I really appreciate you, man. I really do.
I appreciate you, bro. Like for real. Like, it's just I find it very pleasing to the soul, bro. Like when people like, hey, I got a podcast. I want to end you for the podcast. I want to talk about your bourbon. Like, for real? It's just bourbon. To me, it's just bourbon.
To you, it's just bourbon.
Right.
To everybody else, it's that gold.
Well, and I'm again, like I said, I'm so glad people love it, bro. They enjoy it. Then they like to share it with their friends and stuff like that. It's just, like I said, in a million years, bro, I never thought it would be this big, this fast. Think about it. 19, I just introduced it to some of the world, and them just people at a Super Bowl party. A lot of people I knew, a lot of people I didn't. And it's 2002, bro, and I got it in 2 countries.
That's huge. That's huge.
Come on now, Australia. Shout out to my uncle and my auntie for that, And the UK, I'm in a beer organization. And, they worldwide. We everywhere. And guys hit me up, they were like, hey, how much it costs to ship over here? I said, well, bro, I ain't never shipped international. I said, but it's gonna be money, So just shipping over there, shipping 12 fifths was like $180. That's international. Just shipping it international.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, they paid for the shipping. They end up paying for the shipping, in the bottles. And like I said, bro, every month I get a message. Need another box. Okay. They don't say nothing. They don't say when I'm gonna get it. They just say I need another box. And like I say, usually, bro, like order like that, my people who just steady come back, I like to take care of them first, not saying I put everybody else on the back burner, but, because I know, they send me the money before they even send me the message.
Wow.
So, if it's a problem, I'll be like, hey, man, you got to give me a week before I send it off. Oh, that's fine. Just, And most of the people, like when stuff like that happens, excuse me, most of the people they be like, all right, cool, you know, I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, they got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as I go to the postal service and bam, I hit you up. All right, bro, I'm finna text you, or I just sent you a message like, man, here go your tracking number, you know, so you can have all the information like I got it. And I keep the receipts until you get your package.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and you know, bro, it's like I said, man, this whole journey has been a blessing. Like, I don't think if I wasn't doing the bourbon, I wouldn't have met you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, Chevalier, and you know, all these other different people. I mean, I smoke cigars, but you know, I think smoking cigar with, you know, and bourbon kind of really just pushed me to the forefront of, you know, especially this industry. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, you know, and I know you meet your good people, you meet your bad people. That's life. Like I said, that's life.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that this journey has been, to me, it's been epic, and it's steady growing. You know what I mean? Like I said, you blessing me to give me the opportunity to make a bourbon for your brand. You know what I'm saying? You're not the only one. You know, Scott Diggs, guy, he got Compass Rose. Matter of fact, this is his cigar he just dropping. You know, I'm working on a Compass Rose bourbon for him.
Mm-hmm.
Liberation for Grown Ash. Boss Dog Cigars, I'm gonna do something for him when he drop his brand. You know what I'm saying? It's just working. It's like I'm not doing all these bourbons for myself.
Right.
But you know, these people give me opportunities because it's their brand. So I want them to have something to, you know, with their brand. That's me.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I asked, you know, give me an opportunity to make a bourbon, you know what I'm saying, for your brand. You know what I mean? Just because I feel like, okay, people like me, I got the bourbon. I still got people like, hey man, we're gonna drop a cigar in your honor, you know, because you did this. Okay, that's fine. You know, when you do it, you send me something, let me sample. I say, and I'm gonna put them out there in the street.
Right.
I'm gonna put them out there in the street. I'm talking about hard.
Yeah.
Hard. You know what I mean? Because even at my job now, man, I got people who come to me for cigar advice. I'm not even big in cigar. I mean, I'm nice. You know, I like I know what I'm talking about, but
I'm nice.
Bro, I can't trust nobody. Yeah, I gotta come talk to you. You know what I'm saying? What should I drink with? I just bought this yesterday, and they'll show me a picture, and I'll be like, you know, well, I drink such and such. It depends on what you drinking. You know, how you feeling that night. Cause like I say, on a Friday night, I'm going hard on the bourbon. I'm gonna be lit by 3 o'clock in the morning. Still gas. I'd be outside in the lounge by myself. TV on. Don't know what the TV's saying. All I want to hear them jazz. And I done spoke by 3, 4, 5 sticks. And I done went through a whole fifth of bourbon. But I'm enjoying stuff. That's what I like to do. I'm at home. I'm not spending money. Now I'm out here in these streets spending money. I'm not at the lounge, steady buying beer, you know, buying cigars. I got my own cigars at the house. I got my own beer at the house. I done paid to get in my lounge for free. How many times I'm gonna spend the money if I go get something to eat, bro? Like, for real.
Makes sense. Why not build a lounge at the house? You go for free whenever you want.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's, you know, like I try to tell people, man, sometimes your peace is not out here in these lounges. Your peace is at home.
Yeah.
You by yourself, talk to yourself, have a conversation with yourself. You ain't crazy because you have a conversation.
You got to. Self-reflection.
At all time.
self-reflection. You gotta talk to yourself.
I do it all the time, man. I do it all the time. I answer myself too, so if they make me crazy, oh damn, oh well.
I do the same thing, so.
I said blame it on George Bush, because if I didn't, who would just send me to fucking Iraq, I wouldn't be doing it.
Oh man, I do it all the time.
Bro, it's just, you know, like I said, man, I'm older, man. I'm 45 years old, bro. And I just like being at home.
Yeah.
I just like the peace.
Yeah. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Steve, man, I really appreciate you spending some time with me. Again, I know what you said, but I'm going to say I appreciate you accepting that invitation, man. I really do.
Thanks for the invite. I really do.
We're gonna do this again. We're gonna talk about that Herfador bourbon, and we're gonna do this in person. We're gonna have that release party when it come out.
Oh, no, 45 don't do that. Age ain't nothing but a number. That's what that's what they all say, right? So.
Man, I appreciate you, man, and we definitely gonna be talking. We definitely gonna be talking.
I really have just, you know, good questions. So you did your thing.
I appreciate it. I tried.
Thistle. You did your thistle tonight.
I did my thistle.
Shout out to you, man, for real. Shout out, bro. Thank you again. Thank you.
I appreciate you, man. Steve, you have a great night, man. We definitely gonna be talking about that bourbon.
I bet. Let's get together and do it, man.
Most definitely. Definitely.
Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Later.